Hello, everyone. How are you? All right, let us go ahead and see who is here, who we got. Let's see. We have got, if my mouse will let me scroll up, there we go. Okay, so Celine, first in class. Good job, Celine. Allie, hello. Julie, hello. Okay, so we've got, let's see. Celine says polychromos. I learned to color with them and I find them so easy to work with. So for those of you who maybe don't have access to chat and you're rewatching it, the question of the day today is, out of all the pencil sets you own, which one is your favorite and why? So Celine says polychromos. Allie says Albrecht Dürer for me, 36 set with a couple light colors from full set. Very nice. Let's see. Hello, Julie. Julie says, out of Prismas, Arteza, Faber-Castell, Golds, I like my Prismas the best. Smooth blending, love the color choices, and I just don't get tired of them. 150 set, love them. That's a good choice. I like that one too. Michaela. Hello, Michaela. Ali said, burnt out on Prismas, but I love them for so long. We're actually going to be using Prismas today. Anissa. Hello. Dawn. Hello. Hi, Kenny. Apple green in Prismas. I do love the greens in Prismas. They're so nice. Hi, Emily. Let's see. Robin, hello. Sheena, hello. Dawn, hello. Kenny says, Lightfast, they're so dreamy to color with. I still haven't tried the Lightfast. I was eyeballing just a 12 set the other day. I'm thinking about it. How are you, Kenny? Let's see. Who else do we have? Michelle. Michelle says, I love polychromo pencils. They go nice and smooth. Polychromos are also very nice. Let's see. Oh, Robin says Lightfast. Very nice. Emily also says Lightfast. Okay. Okay, you're legitimate. Even Shannon says Lightfast. I think Lightfast is a favorite. Okay, I think I legitimately need to pick myself up a 12 set just to at least try them. Okay, let's see. Scrolling down. Hello, Jen. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing one. Sherry, hello. Okay, is that everybody? Lisa, hello, Lisa. Kara, hello. Let's see. Oh, Prismas, very nice. Okay, Nicole says the Prismas. See, they're very nice. I love it. Evelyn, hi, Ev. Polychromos for sure, with Prismas a close second, but my polys are for sure my go-to. I love that. Thank you, Steve. I can go right there. Steve brought me a cup of tea. Let's see. Kara says at the moment I've got Crayon and Faber-Castell classic color pencils. I love that. Let's see. Angela, hello. Let's see. Michaela says Cezanne colored pencils are the absolute best color pencils. I just love using them more than my Prismas. I have not tried the Cezanne ones. I'll have to look them up. Hi, Alex. Lightfast are worth the money. Try Colt Pens. I know Colt Pens is based over in the UK, isn't it? What's it shipping like? Hi, Christina. I mean, if you're going to get 12, you might as well get 24. You might be right, Allie. You might be right. Okay, so for those of you that were here last time, we colored a floral motif here. I actually got some pencil in here above. But we only did the one, and we got chatting about how it would be fun if I switched up my color palette. So we chose another little circular motif, and we chose it on this page. And the artist who I'm going to be attempting, and I say attempting because I did a trial run, and I got to be honest, I wasn't free shipping with minimum order. Okay. Thanks, Celine. Yeah, right. That turned out real nice. I like it. But I did a test run. I wasn't totally thrilled with it because when I said I wanted to channel Black Canary, she's so talented. I tagged her YouTube and I put the link to her Instagram below. She is so talented. The way she does her stuff. Anyway, I was watching, she's got 2 videos on YouTube based on how she covers her lines. And one of the things she uses is acrylic paint. Now, something to note, if you watch her videos, she says not to use a gloss acrylic, to use a matte acrylic. So what I'm pretty sure she used was a gouache, because if you're going to use a matte acrylic paint, it's generally going to be a gouache. So I actually picked one up today because I have some gouache paint, but I don't have much. This was the one that I was at my local Michael's that I could do a quick pickup order. So this is the one I have, and this is the one I got. I linked it on Amazon, but this is the Liquitex Professional Acrylic Gouache. So I did a trial run with it on a different page, trying to get a feel for how the pencils would be. And let me tell you, I'm using Prismas specifically because they have so much pigment to them. And I thought, okay, if I'm going to struggle over a top, always use matte acrylic. See, I never really tried paint in the books. But obviously a gouache is matte, and that's what we have here. She said you don't want streaks and you don't want it to be glossy. But anyway, I did a trial run, and I got to tell you, my instinct was all off on how to color on top of it. So here is my plan, because I just was not happy with how it turned out. I was so glad. Oh, hi, Yuna. I was so glad I did a test run beforehand, because tonight would have been a complete disaster, because I didn't actually read her fine print that says, hey, it needs to be matte. And at first I tried it with a gloss, and it was just not good. I wouldn't have even known. I would have just thrown regular acrylic paint on here, and we would have just been well, this was a complete disaster. At least we had some good chatting time. So anyway, I did some trial runs. So I've got the correct paint, but I'm still struggling a little bit with how to, thank you, Don, with how to blend on top of it. So here is the plan. Obviously, we're not going to do exactly like Black Canary, because I don't want to copy. I want to take, inspiration from her. So I'm only going to do part of it I'm not going to cover all the lines like she does. I mean, I need way more practice to do that successfully. She does it wonderfully. I'm going to color with hopefully the same kind of color palette she uses, but we did do some of it with the gouache. And what I did is I kind of created a ribbon. I meant for this part of the ribbon to go under the flower, but I kind of went crazy with the pen and didn't realize and went over it. So it's going to go over it completely. But anyway, what we're going to do here is we have a ribbon that's going to go over it. And the idea with the ribbon is going to be transparent. It'll be kind of a light colored ribbon, but then the idea is the floral and the berries and everything else is actually going to show through it. So we're going to be doing a darker color palette, but then the sections that are behind the ribbon are going to be lighter, and then we'll color the ribbon itself. That's the hope. Now, obviously, we only have a couple hours, so there's no way on earth that I'm going to do the entire thing. So we're going to focus on this section tonight. So we've got some blackberries, we've got some little berries, we got some flowers, and obviously we have a good portion of the ribbon. We have some of it behind and some of it in front. Hi, Mona. Hi, Marilyn. So yeah, we're just dipping our toe a little bit in the gouache here. We're not going to do the whole thing because as it is, I'm having to retrain. Right. Yeah, we're all going to be learning, Celine. This is definitely me stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. We'll see how it turns out. I'm dipping my toe in. We're going slow because my instinct is light colors. Like initially I was sitting here thinking now like, oh, well, what colors do I want to use? And in my head, I'm clicking through all my light colors and I keep thinking like, no, we need to go a little bit darker. So if you are unfamiliar, in fact, Actually, I'll let you guys do it. If you're unfamiliar with her, take a look at Black & Aries Instagram and you can kind of see she still uses a lot of really bright, really beautifully saturated colors, but it's almost like her backgrounds are always really dark. She's got, she's not afraid of using her shadows. Yeah, so the white is gouache. Yeah, so if you just came in, you missed it. The white over the ribbon is this here. It is Liquitex acrylic gouache. I got this at Michael's, but I have the link for it on Amazon as well. I'm probably going to end up using this quite a bit once I get more used to going over the lines a little bit. So we'll see. Like I said, we're all gonna learn together. Hi, Jen. Yes, her stuff is gorgeous. It will not look exactly like hers. We are just, like I said, using hers for inspiration. So we're going to do a little bit because she always has backgrounds on hers too. And I'm not brave enough to attempt a full background with her style yet. But that's another reason why I added the ribbon, because we're going to be kind of doing a little backgroundy stuff off the ribbon as well. Anyway, this is the plan. We'll see who it goes. Marilyn, Black & Aries, I said Marilyn. Marilyn, Black & Aries on Instagram. All of her links are in the description below. But I am a very firm believer that when you specifically take inspiration from another artist, that it's important to tag them. And we're very much taking inspiration from her. And I was going to use the electric sharpener, but because we're using Prismas, I think I'm going to use the handheld one instead tonight. So let's warm up a little bit with a little bit of background. Hi, Carol. Hi, Angela. We're going to warm up with a little bit of background first, and then we are going to move over to, we're going to work on at least one of the blackberries, and then from the blackberries, we're going to start working on the ribbon. So we're going to do a little bit of background in here, then we're going to do a blackberry, move from the leaf to the berries and ribbon. That is our goal for now. Hi, Sigrid. How are you? So that is where we are going to go with this tonight. And, that's the hope. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. But yeah, her stuff is just beyond gorgeous. Okay, so we are going to start with, we are using Prismacolors tonight, and we are in 30 Days of Creativity. We are doing the kind of fruit and floral circular motifs here, and we are using Prismacolors. Right? Yeah, she has 2 videos on YouTube, and that's I've been trying to study her stuff to see how she does things, and I watched her videos because her 2 videos, she may only have 2, but they're incredibly helpful because she goes step by step like, hey, this is how I cover my lines, and this is how I do that, and I can tell by looking at her stuff that our brains are wired differently in the sense of where I generally tend to put my shadows versus where she puts hers. So I know that this is going to be a bit of a brain exercise, and that's good. That's real good. Where is Steve? Steve is probably downstairs at the moment. We just got the kids to bed. We got a big day tomorrow, taking them out for an outing, and we have an outdoor birthday party to go to. So yeah, it's going to be a big day tomorrow. So we're like, we should probably get those kiddos in bed. So anyway, but yeah, we are using indigo to begin with, and that is PC 901 Indigo Blue. So I didn't really sketch out what I was doing beforehand. I kind of have it in my head just a little bit, but we'll kind of see where it goes. The idea is, obviously we're still using color, but we're going to go, there's Steve. We're going to go darker than we normally do. So I've got my trusty black here next to me. I don't know, who knows? Maybe by the time we're done with this, I may need to pick up an extra black Prismacolor. Probably should have done that with the Michaels order today. I didn't even think about it. I don't ever like to get the open stock though, like actually at the art stores, because who knows how many times they've been dropped, you know? You walk in there and you see like all the labels are all colored on, and I'm just like, this doesn't bode well for quality care being taken for these very soft core pencils. But yeah, so we're just going to do a little bit of background here just to kind of warm up, and then we'll dive on in. Yes, it's Super Steve. He's super de-duper. He is super de-duper. All right, let's see. So I drew the ribbon in, and in fact, when I was trying to decide what kind of background I wanted to do, what I actually did is I took a picture of this page and I brought it onto my iPad, and I opened it up in a program that I have called Procreate. And I actually sketched in a few different background ideas before I actually put pencil to paper. Then once I had the idea in mind, then I sketched it out in the book and then went over it with a Arteza multi-liner. And like I said, the idea is it's just kind of ribbon that's sort of twisting around the motifs. Why is there ribbon? Who knows? But maybe there's a lot of ribbon that's floating around on planet Emily. It's possible. Maybe it's just a planet that's just filled with craft supplies. I mean, if it's my planet and I can make it whatever I want, it could be, you know, craft supplies planet. It's just one big closet with like ribbon and stickers and glitter. Hi, Renee. And pencils, of course, and paint. Oh, speaking of which, hang on, I want to zoom out just a second. I want to show you guys. Let me get the picture up on my phone. So do you remember that organizational thing that I got from Arteza a while back that had like, what is that, 4x4, that's like 16 drawers? Well, because of birthday stuff, I treated myself to a second one. And look at how beautiful that is, all organized. Look at that. I don't have things sharing boxes anymore. Like I've got all the pens with the pens, all the gel pens. I've got, you know, all the alcohol markers in a row. And I've got, you know, the Caran d'Ache blenders are separate from the other blenders, and the white Prisma, they all have their own drawer. Like I got to use the label maker, Ev. I got to use the label maker. It made me very happy. But yeah, I was just like, it makes me so happy. So that's sitting to the right of me now, and I can just easily grab stuff, and it's organized, and it's just yay. It's the little things, right? Plus an excuse to use the label maker. Heck yeah. All right, let's see. We need to get this in focus. There we go. Thanks everyone. I love good organization. Like you can ask Steve. Like I was just so happy sitting there with my label maker, organizing everything in their little boxes. What's Steve coloring? I don't think Steve's coloring. Steve is probably playing a video game or watching some sort of sports activity on the television. I don't know. Are there sports activities this late? Is football happening, or what are the sports things going on right now? I don't even know. I don't sport. Any kind of active movement that involves, you know, moving. I'm not Can you use all types of pencils on gouache? That is a good question, Renee, and I will let you know as time goes on, because I'll be honest, this is my first time using pencils. I will say I know that Black Canary uses, her name's Arena. I'll just call her Arena because I feel weird like saying her whole name every time. But anyway, I know that she uses Castle Arts and Prismas, but what she recommends on her videos, and this is all on her videos on her YouTube channel, but basically what she recommends is just test it out and kind of see what works for you. Which label maker? It's a, what's the brand? I don't remember. It's just, was it Deco? I don't remember, but it's just one where you type it in and then it prints it. Baseball, hockey. Yeah, I don't sport. Nope, I don't sport. Do you have a link for those drawers? Oh, I don't, Alex, but they are on, they're on Arteza. They're on Arteza. But they're super handy and super fun. And I love that they're so organized. Go figure, I was sitting here. Oh, sorry, I'm using blue slate right now. I was putting together the links tonight. I'm like, okay, I can't think of anything else I need a link for. And go figure, there was something else I didn't get a link for. Well, it just sits on my desk. It sits on my desk. And the nice thing is they're stackable. Anyway, I love them. I love them so much. They make me happy. I think that if I were to get one more, oh, I know that it's not on, from Arteza. You can find them on Amazon also. Alex, if you need the exact name, oh no, I took it off, never mind. But yeah, it's just, if you go to Arteza and go to their organization section, you should be able to find it. Hi, Della. Baseball, hockey. Okay. So maybe he's watching one of those. Yeah, it's a, was it Dymo or Dino? D-Y-M-O? Anyway, it's gray. It's gray. And then I type it in and then I hit print and it goes, and did Steve win anything in your other giveaway? Steve did not. He won a hug. That's what he won. Dymo, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain is not braining today. It is Friday. My brain has reached its brain capacity for the week. It has decided it is going to take a nap and no more brain. Women's International Curling Championships. Okay, there's Steve, are you watching the Women's International Curling Championships? It's very possible. Yes, label maker sound effects. I have many talents. Type it in, and then as it cuts paper. It's very exciting. I have way too much fun with it. Way too much fun. And then everything like is typed all nice and neat, and you can see it, and I can just glance over and be like, oh look, there's the drawer for the Posca pens. It's good stuff. I am very easily amused. Okay, so I know it looks light right now, and I said we're gonna go darker, and we will. We're getting there. It's a work in progress. This is first layer. Let's see. Let's grab the indigo. Okay. Let's see. Where else is there background? Then we have this little space here. Now, obviously, the book doesn't come with a ribbon drawn on it. This was something I added on my own, so feel free to draw your own ribbon in any whichever twirly way you want. Okay. Just a little bit more indigo. Okay. And then we're going to use the blue slate. And then we're going to be grabbing a pencil. I don't grab all the time. Emily, Mom, are you watching curling? Thanks, Kenny. We're going to be grabbing the black pencil. I know, mind blown, but we'll probably be grabbing that a few times tonight. It's going to be crazy. Like, who even am I? I know, Lisa. I know it. My mind is blown. Like, who even am I? Okay. Here we go. I know it. I know I'm shocked, honestly. Okay. We're using our black now. I told you I'm going out of my comfort zone. Like, you have no idea how much this goes against like all of my instincts. I mean, it's good to step out of your comfort zone sometimes. Like, I just want to like grab a bunch of yellows and pinks and all the colors of the rainbow. Staring intently. Oh no. Oh no. I just gotta not sneeze while I'm using it and just end up with a black streak straight across. I am going lightly though. Like I said, I kind of tested it. Actually, do you guys want to see what I considered a bit of a fail when I started going over the paint? When I say it wasn't successful? Because it's keep in mind, it's not what this one will look like when it's done. There's a reason that it was my test page. Mini Crimson said it first time while you're there. Oh, awesome. You want to hear Steve's voice? Any particular reason you want to hear Steve's voice? What, Christina? Okay. So now we're gonna go in these little spaces. Oh, nice, Emily. Cat hairball imitations? No. All right. Okay. I'll zoom out here. So keep in mind, this was literally me just figuring out how to color on top of it. And I was just like, oh, I'm glad, Christina. Okay. Where'd it go? The cake was a disaster. I wasn't totally upset with the background. The background, I feel like, turned out better than the cake did. I didn't even finish the candy stuff on top, but it was something. We need proof he's alive. He's alive. It's okay. Hi, Tanya. So yeah, this was my attempt today. I was listening to Audible, and I was just like, wow, this is something. She happens to been fighting it all day. Oh, well, I'm glad I could help. But yeah, that was my that was my test. Oh, I remember that stage. Kiddos fighting naps. We are at the stage now where I think little Steve will get to start staying up late on the weekends. He's old enough now. But I think we're at that point. Not tonight though, because they're gonna have a big day tomorrow, but Lisa. Okay, do you want to see the cake up close, Lisa? Like, it's literally a mishmash of a disaster, okay? That's it from far away, but I used paint on it, and it's so rough. It's so rough. Like, I didn't even bother outlining all these candies. I was like, it looks like I literally just threw macaroni and cheese on the bottom of this cake. Like, we got some macaroni and cheese. We got way too many gumballs and maybe some sort of green licorice there. That's not even visible. But yeah, this is just like mac and cheese down here with some, yeah, it's texture. So much texture. The texture makes it so hard. So trust me, when you have those days where you're just like, I want to crumple up my page and throw it away, you are not alone. I almost just stopped what I was doing. I was like, no, I need to finish testing this out and just roll with it. And it's in the back of the book, and we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist. Did I post the cake? Absolutely not. Nope. That stays. What you guys just saw, what you guys just saw is the limit of how much that page will be exposed to the world. Thanks. Like I said, I think the background turned out better, but it was right then and there that I just said, I am not ready to do this entire coloring page over acrylic. We will dip our toes in, but I'm using an indigo now. I'm like, but I am absolutely not ready for that level of Irena's awesomeness. Yeah, we shall never speak of it again. Oh, awesome, Mandy. That should be fun. I'm trying to remember, was it wedding dress shopping? Yeah, comment section off for the cake. Yes, I'm feeling more confident about what I decided to do here. Yeah, like I said, it was a test run today because I was watching how she did it. I'm like, okay, well that shouldn't be too bad. We'll put a little paint over it and then we should color. But I just didn't take into account how much the texture of the paints changes what my instinct is for blending. And I was just like, I don't know about that. So yeah, we're all exciting. Hi, wait, say I see a Joan. Did I miss a Joan? Ah, Joan, hello, Joan, welcome. So, yeah, it's just lessons learned, and it just means that you guys get, prepared me rather than, oh gosh, this is not going to be good, and, cringy me. So, yeah, just back of the book. It's all good. It's all good. All right, now that was a little bit of black. Now we're going to use blue slate again, and we're almost done with the black background portion. And then we're going to dive into the blackberries. We're just going to do one. So like I said, I want to try and cover as much of it as possible tonight and then finish it. I haven't decided yet if we'll keep going. So our next stream, for those of you that haven't been around, remember there are no more Monday streams. Our next stream is going to be on Wednesday. So we'll see how far we get and where we end up going tonight. If we continue this, or maybe if you guys want to continue it on Wednesday. Otherwise, we might start something new on Wednesday. Since I'm changing it and we have so many days in between, I don't necessarily want to drag pages out. So I like doing the tutorials, but I still want to make sure that we don't take too long on them. Okay, so for the background, we're gonna either blend this or add some white and then make it darker over the top later, but I think for now, we'll leave it like that, and then we'll move on to the blackberries. Sounds good, Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Emily. A lot of beginning color. Oh, thanks. From graphite to color, out of the comfort zone. Exactly. No, that's exactly what this is tonight. We are absolutely out of the comfort zone. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we are going to grab, this is 1029. We're going to do mahogany red, and we're going to use a this is black grape. So yeah, we're going to do mahogany and black grape, and we are going to work on this blackberry. And then, gosh, I feel like the color on here is very yellow. Hang on, let me see if I can. Is that gonna go? Am I pushing the right button here? Hang on. I have a lamp that's like there we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, awesome, Michaela. Okay, are we zoomed in all the way? There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, so what I want to do is we're not going to do this all black, like a blackberry, like just completely black. Watercolor mark. Ooh, fun. We're going to do some red and some black on here. So let's start with the black grape 996. Let's see if we can get this just real nice and sharp real quick. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's see. Where do I want the highlight for this to be? Let's go darker on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna add in these colors here. And don't worry, we are gonna get this much darker as we go along. We're just kind of on our first few layers here. Because I think if I've learned anything from watching Irena do her stuff and see how often she posts, is that for these to come out as beautiful as she makes them, it's not something you can rush. You kind of have to take your time and build up your layers, and you'll get there. So Shannon did the other day, pushed me out of my comfort zone to use my pad. I saw that. Oh, nice, Mandy. That's the other thing, is I was looking at some of her backgrounds and I was thinking it might be easier to do them with watercolors. I think with what I did, I could have gotten a little bit better effect if I had used watercolors. The thing of it is like, how much can these pages, stand when it comes to adding liquid to them? As it is for covering these lines here, as I did, this right here was 2 layers. So every time there were black lines, I put 2 layers of the gouache over it. Yeah, Prismacolor pencils, yep. Ooh, nice, Kenny. I have the, oh, which ones do I have? Oh, dang, I'm drawing a blank. I'm telling you, my brain is just not working. I want to say they start with a C, but I think legitimately next time I get some pencils, I think I might need to look into some Light Fast. Especially after tonight. My goodness, I didn't realize that so many of them, they were your favorites. All right, so 1029 is Mahogany Red, and that's what we're going to go ahead and use next. Get a little bit, some of these little berry bits as red, because maybe they're not quite ripe yet. I love blackberries so much. I have so many good memories of picking blackberries as a child. I think I've told you guys the stories before, but yeah, my mom would she would cut off the top. She would save gallon jugs from the milk, and then she would cut the tops off of them, and we'd loop them on a belt, and she'd give us each 2, and the job was to go and fill those things. And granted, as a kid, I ate more probably than I filled, but oh, nice, Julie. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, me either, Allie. I think I definitely need to put it on the list. But I bet you now he has an awesome place to store his books. Okay. So we're going back and forth between the black grape and the mahogany red. These are just our first colors here. Okay. I want to leave a spot on the top for a highlight here, because I think anytime you look at blackberries, they're a very shiny fruit. Okay. All right, now we're going to grab our lighter colors before we go back in with our black and bring in some more. So we're going to use the grayed lavender. You're good, Ev. You're good. Okay, Ev, did you hear me earlier? I got to use the label maker. It's very exciting. All right, lavender. You can ask Steve. I was just totally giddy about it. I was decorating my little drawers. I said, oh, they're so fancy. It's silly how happy those kinds of things make me. I love a good organization. Plus, it's just something about the happiness of these things are just all right at hand now. Because I had like some stuff that was crowded and combined in some boxes. Like I had a lot of gel pens that were in there together, and I'm like, it's really hard to find stuff. All right, we're gonna give this a quick sharpen here. Okay. So grayed lavender. Make sure you all can still see here. Deborah, yay! Member for 19 months. Very nice! Exclamation point hype. You can use those handy dandy hype emotes. There we go. Awesome. Can you believe we're closing in on 2 years that we've had memberships up? Like I said, I think our streamiversary is coming up too, and I want to say it'll be 3 years since we started streaming. Okay, I'm just using the grayed lavender on the purpley parts. Now we're gonna grab the, let's see, do I want rosy beige or the pink? I think we're gonna do rosy beige. Oh, nice, Sigrid. Hi, Louise, how are you? Okay, we're gonna give this a quick sharpen here. Okay, so rosy beige now on the red ones. Okay, now obviously right now this is way too light a color for what we're doing. Not to mention if you look at a blackberry, like there's a reason it's called a blackberry because it's very dark. Okay, oh, I forgot this one right here. A little bit here. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our black. Thanks, Celine. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the black. I felt like I remembered Barbara Colors was coloring these at one point, but I looked on her Instagram and I couldn't find it. So I'm wondering if maybe I misremembered. All right, so black there. Then after we get the black in, then we're gonna go back in with our darker colors again. But when you're using such dark color, it's important not to go too heavy too fast, because black is a lot harder to fix than it is a lighter color. It's a ripening berry, exactly. Okay. So we're just gonna get our black in. There we go. Oh, I realized I forgot some of the grade lavender right over here. Let's get that fixed. There we go. All right. Ah, Facebook Lives, gotcha. Wait, where does she do her Facebook Lives at? Why don't I don't actually keep up on a ton of Facebook Lives because I know like Suzanne does Facebook Live also, but I don't have the Facebook app on my phone. It's just one of the apps I don't keep. So unless I'm on my computer, I don't ever watch. That's why I always have to set a reminder when Johanna does one of her lives because otherwise I'm not going to catch it. Ah, perhaps. Yeah, I may look. Okay, so 996 is black grape. Now we're going to go in with that over the black. And we're pressing a little bit harder. But not so hard that we lose all of the color. I'm guessing Facebook. Oh, you a funny lady. Aw, thanks, Sigrid. Oh, the Johanna Basford Your Pages group. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I know that Suzanne does hers over there. Okay. There we go. Just a little bit more here. And then we're going to use that grade lavender again. Okay. All right. So grade lavender. And actually at this point, we're going to fill the whole space in. And we may use a little bit more of that black grape on here because we want the little berry bits to look round, but also make sure that they all look like they're separated. Because right now it just kind of looks black on light purple, which was not what I was going for. We need to blend in a little bit more. We may need to get a middle. Let's try a little bit more of the black grape, and we're going to go a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Go. Nibbles is making all kinds of noise over there. He's literally knocking over his wheel. Nibbles has decided that his special storage place for all of his favorite snacks is behind his wheel. And we came in today and he has completely like shifted the thing and it's completely cockeyed. So we need to redo his little house here. He's like, I'm just gonna move this over here. Never mind that nothing can move anymore. Okay, so there's that. Oh, awesome, Mandy. Wait, Crayola crayons, very nice. Do you have like the really big box? Elizabeth says, my favorite is still Prismacolor Premier pencils. Creamy, blendy, smushy, versatile, lots of colors. Very nice. Ah, gotcha, Alex. Right, Kenny? Okay, Kenny, where did you see that? Because I know I saw her doing them. I just couldn't find them. He is reorganizing. He is over there shifting things all over the place. All right, let's go ahead and use our black now. We've got these little spaces in between too that are also going to be black. So let's add some black onto the red ones. Maybe not as much because they're not quite as black as the other ones because they are still ripening. Okay, and then we're going to grab our oh, look up. Okay. Oh, you did it right there. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kenny. Awesome. I'll go back and click on that one, check that out. Thank you. 240 tub. Nice. That's fair, Alex. That's fair. I guess I didn't say mine either. I think if I had to choose any of mine, I would probably, like my instinct says Ergosoft, but I don't know. It might depend on what I'm doing also. I mean, back in the day, I would have said like Prismacolors hands down, but that's because I didn't hardly use anything else. Okay, sounds good, Loretta. It's his home. Let him shift away. Well, right now, the problem is he's wedged it underneath his bridge, so he can't actually use his wheel. So he's going to get real cranky because he's not getting his exercise. Rosy beige. Okay. I just need to help him find a different hidey hole for his favorite food. Okay, let's see. Let's also do a little bit of black around the side over here. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna kind of fill this in here because the sides are going to be the darkest part of it. Okay, and then let's use our grayed lavender. That's fair, Renee. That's fair. Yeah, it depends on the day. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more of the black. Going kind of light now. I'm not pressing too hard. I want to make sure that you leave that highlight side. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of... Hi, Ronnie. Start organizing and swatching the 240 color as to favorite depends on the paper or project. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Gonna do a little bit here. Rosy beige. Okay. Let's see. How am I feeling about that? Let's grab our grayed lavender again. And we're going to make sure that all the white spots are filled in. Okay. Now, if we wanted to, let's grab, let's see. This one? No. This one. Okay. Super into water mediums, so Inktense is way up on my list. I've always been working a lot in Magical Delights and love Prismacolors and Clara books. Ah, there you go. Hi, Chris. How are you? Okay. Let's see how this looks with a little bit of just the tiniest white for the maximum highlight here. You can tell that I get quieter when I'm concentrating. How do I like that? I'm not sure. Maybe we're gonna dampen it just a little bit so it's not so heavy everywhere. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. Who knew you could put this much work into a single berry? Okay. Oh, Anissa says, I also use into water medium these days, but I prefer graphitints to the color selection. Oh, very nice. Okay. I'm okay with the blackberry now. We're not going to worry about the stem and these quite yet. Oh, I realized I missed a spot in the background. Hang on. I don't want to forget that later. We'll add black to it, but I just want to make sure it's filled in with blue. What we're going to do now is we're going to move on to this leaf next to it because we're going to be doing a part that is underneath the ribbons. So for, oh, I forgot about my tea. Hang on. All right. So for the leaf, let's do, it's not necessarily a blackberry leaf. It could be. It kind of looks like a blackberry leaf. Let's grab a dark green. Okay. We're going to do dark green and then we're going to do, let's see. Thanks, Ronnie. Let's do dark green and Prussian green and Kelly. Ooh, do I want to do Kelly green? Yeah, let's do dark green, Prussian green, and Kelly green. Okay, so what's this one? This is Prussian green and Kelly green. Let's give these a quick sharpen. So this is where it's going to start to get interesting because we're including under the ribbon. And remember, we are channeling Irena today. We're channeling Irena, so we're going to try to go for some darker colors. We're going to be using black on this leaf as well. For our color, let's get chestnut for our contrasting color. We're not gonna ditch our our main ideas for all of it. Ooh, actually, let's get black raspberry. We're still gonna use some of our little tricks here, but we are going to be, you know, making sure that we are channeling a little bit of difference here. Let's see. Bang, we lost, oh. Grandchildren learn to cope. Oh, well, hopefully things balance out for you soon. All right, so let's go ahead and do the dark green. Get all the little, that's the thing with Prismacolors, even more so, you gotta make sure you brush everything away. Okay, so we're gonna start with our dark green. This here, this is part of the leaf, so we'll go darkest green portion in here first. Okay. Remember to deal with your overlaps because it's going to be a little bit darker than it naturally would be. Okay. So we're going to use our dark green here. So like I said, remember she does use a lot of black, but a lot of her images still use bright, vibrant color. So it's nothing that says we can't just use highly saturated colors. We just need to make sure we get those shadows in there. Hi Dee, how are you? Okay, so we have this here. Now we're gonna use this same color, but we're gonna go really light, because remember this ribbon is kind of see-through, so we wanna make sure that that translates and we can still see some of that color. And we're dealing with a different texture now as well. So let's see, the tip of the leaf is here. So, and for anybody coming in late, the paint that we used is a white gouache. It is the Liquitex acrylic gouache. I did this beforehand just because I knew it was going to take a little bit of time and I didn't want to spend most of the time tonight kind of setting up the page. I wanted to be able to kind of dive right in on what we're doing here. So we will add color to the ribbon a little bit later. First, we want to get all these things through here, but we're not going to be blending and we're not going to be like using the white over the top of the leaves or anything yet until we get the color of the ribbon. So we'll probably do like this section of the ribbon. I just haven't decided what color the ribbon's going to be yet. Okay, so now we're going to do Prussian green. Okay. And we're just going to go nice and light. Once we get all of our green down, then that is when we're going to start bringing in our contrasting color and our blacks. So we'll do green, then the black raspberry, and then we'll bring in our blacks. Okay, so we're just going to go nice and light. And the nice thing is because we're going over white paint, you're naturally getting a much lighter color. Hang on one second, chat. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so let's go ahead and use the Prussian green. And then we're gonna grab the Kelly green. Ooh, I grabbed Sat Green Light, not Kelly green. That's not what I want. I want the Kelly green. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry, Ev. Well, lots of hugs. Okay, so we're going to use the Kelly green now. We're going to fill in the rest of this space. Okay, here we are. Okay, so obviously this area here is going to be lighter, but we still want that green to show through. So now let's go ahead and grab our black raspberry. Okay, so black raspberry, and we're going to do that. Some of these areas here and where items overlapped. We're also going to be utilizing the blender pencil as well. Okay, a little bit there. We got to remember to go on the ribbon a little bit. And in here. Okay, just a little bit. Now let's get our black. And we're gonna start back here, kind of where we did. We're gonna layer over the black raspberry just a little bit. And then under where things are shadowed. And then we're going to go back in with our dark green again. Okay, see how it's getting a little bit darker there? Let's see, are we in focus? Looks a tad blurry. There we go, that's better. Don't forget the tip of the leaf. Well, I mean, it's right here. This part here is part of another leaf, so it's kind of just like behind the ribbon just a bit. There we go. Okay, so getting that darkness in. Now let's go for 3 colors left to sort. Can you help me choose? Put them in rainbow order? Maybe? I'm not quite sure what you want me to choose. Choose the prettiest one? Okay, so look, I've got the white dots on my finger from the blackberry. I'm like, what I got going on here? Am I playing like tic-tac-toe or what's that dot game where you draw the lines? Okay, so we got dark green. Okay, we're gonna go over the black because we just want to darken it up. We don't want to lose the saturation of the greens. Okay, we're just going kind of light. We're not pressing too hard. In a bit, we're going to be using the Caran d'Ache blender, and we are going to darken this up a bit. We're not going to use it on the ribbon because that's just going to be a whole different kind of consistency. But we are going to use it on the main part of the leaf. Okay, let's grab Prussian green. Yeah, it's a different one. All right, Prussian green here. Here we go. Okay, and then the sap. Go away. I didn't mean to grab you in the first place, sap green light. All right, Kelly green here. All right, now we are going to get our blender. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is why I put lids on my drinks. I'm gonna put my water over here, away from the things and the stuff. Okay then. Never a dull moment around here, that's for sure. All right, let's see. Let's do this one. It's like a circus around here. All right, I'm grabbing a fresh one because I just want a fresh long one to use. So we're gonna give it a quick sharpen. I wonder if I should just do this in here in the electric one. Go a little bit faster. Almost there, almost there. Look at that, so beautiful. Okay, thanks, Lisa. Like I said, we're going out of our comfort zone tonight, but you know, like I said, after that test, I just knew I am not prepared to do a video on this, on a texture I'm totally unfamiliar with, and I was like, this is a complete disaster. We're gonna step into this role a little bit more slowly. Okay. So we're gonna use the blender to blendy blend. And like I said, it's always a misnomer. I'm not technically blending the pencils. I'm just kind of burnishing the paper and getting rid of the tooth behind it. There we go. All right, now we're gonna leave this as light as it is because we're gonna make it a little bit darker later. Thank you. All right, what we're gonna go for next are these, and I originally thought red berries, but considering this little thing, I'm thinking these are blueberries. What do you think? I'm thinking blueberries. I think blueberries would work well with this. Okay, so for blueberries then, we've already used indigo blue. Let's use Indanthrene blue, and then we're gonna use, let's see, I'm thinking Copenhagen blue and Mediterranean blue. Colors that I don't actually grab for all that often, so this should be fun. All right, so Indanthrene blue, and then what did I say? I said Copenhagen blue, which is this, no, that's blue denim. Hang on, gotta find the right one. Here we go, Copenhagen blue and Mediterranean blue. Yeah, blueberry, that's what I'm thinking. Sweet. See, this is why I love having you on here, because you can confirm when I don't know what I'm doing. Because see, my instinct too is like my lightest color is generally always like sky blue or powder blue. But now my lightest color is Mediterranean blue. Like this is taking a complete rewire of my brain here. It's really interesting, actually. Okay, so we're going to start with the Indanthryn blue. And let's see. How do we want to do this? Well, we're definitely going to have to start on the ribbon. And we're just going to go light. And for the ribbon area, it's more like we're just mapping in where the colors are going to go. Because we're going to have to kind of, once we're done mapping all this out, we're going to have, we got to be able to fit in the color of the ribbon also, unless we just want the ribbon to be white, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Excuse me. Hi, hippie girl gamer. Hi, Ariane. That kind of defeats the purpose of having a darker color scheme if I throw in a white ribbon. So we've got to figure out how to make this work with a darker ribbon as well. So we're going to start with our darkest color for the Indanthryn blue. We'll get all 3 blues down. And then once that's in, then we'll go in with our black and then we'll layer our blues again. How do you find the energy to do the swatch list? I just find it so hard and horrifying trying to find the colors to the names. Well, I'll be honest, like I definitely have to be in the mood to make one of the swatches. I have some that I haven't done in a while, but I think the last one I did was when I redid the Black Widow one. My trick to that is I will print them out on my hard cardstock and I'll fill them out and then I'll cut each of them out. And then I have a big long table that I made. It's actually like a puzzle table. And then I lay them out so I can put them all in one line. Because I find if I do like a line of colors, I don't match them up quite as well as I would like. So I do them all in one line. And then I sit there. Usually I'm on the floor when I do this. And I just rearrange each color until I'm happy with the order. It's probably the most like absurd, like crazy way to do it, but you better believe I'm pretty dang happy with my color order by the time I'm all done with it. So yeah, it's a chore for sure, but I enjoy making them, and I love that all of my color charts, like they all kind of match, and they're just so like organized in the folder. I don't know, I'm weird. Maybe your computer chair is haunted, Loretta. I'm kidding. It's probably not haunted. Or it's totally haunted. Nancy Drew and the case of the haunted computer chair. Wait, Nancy Drew didn't have computer chairs, did she? She like solved mysteries in the 50s, didn't she? What era was Nancy Drew? Original Nancy Drew. Like the first 100. Was it 100? I don't know. The original. I'm trying to think. I feel like that was the 50s, or maybe it was. All right. Any Nancy Drewers out there know what era? There you go, Loretta. Yeah, chair gremlins, computer chair gremlins, totally. So I know it's pretty light right now, but we are going to darken it up as we go along because we obviously need to finish off the background too, but I wanted to get a lot of this kind of mapped out and done. The 40s. Okay, I knew it was early. Just from, I was trying to remember her dress. Like Bess and George had that short haircut that has a very kind of 60s vibe. That's why I was thinking like 50s, 60s. Well, dang, how did George get away with the short haircut? Wait, did she have a short haircut in the original ones? Now I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember the illustrations. Oh, wait, what did she say? Okay, Lisa. 1930. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, am I misremembering? Did George have a short haircut? Now I could be wrong. Okay, now that was the Indanthryn blue. Now we're going to use the Copenhagen blue. Like I said, I'm using all these colors I don't generally grab for, so this is making for an interesting color challenge. I like it though. Haircut to her nose. Okay. I loved those books as a kid. Honestly, I'm trying to think and figure out when little Emily will be old enough for it. It's got to be like preteens, right? Like 11 and 12 would be a good time for those books. I mean, there's the suspense in them. I loved those. I also read the Mandy books. It was a Christian-based book series, but she solved mysteries, and I loved it. Okay, so now we're going to use the Mediterranean blue. We're going to fill in the rest of the blueberry space. It's all really light right now. We're going to darken it all up here in just a bit. We're just going to fill in the rest of that. And then we're going to go in with our black. Okay. Sounds good, Anissa. Oh, I'm glad. All right, so now we're going to use the black. Pressing a little bit harder. I want to make sure that they do look mostly blue, not black, but I also want to make sure that we get enough of this black in here. So we're going to add this. '30s and '40s, yeah. I love the original Nancy Drews. I never saw the movie they came out with because I saw the commercials and I was like, no, this isn't gonna make me happy. I can just feel it. Like, this just seems too off. Revised in the 50s, maybe. Yes, yeah, the Hardy Boys, they were actually written by the same woman. She went under a pseudonym because she assumed that boys wouldn't want to read a mystery book by a female author. So she used the pseudonym Franklin W. Dixon. Hardy Boys, Mad Scientist. You see, if you liked Hardy Boys, you probably would have liked Nancy Drew. Hi, Valentina. Favorite set of pencils is Polly's because they are on the harder side and don't need sharpening as often as Prisms do. You know, I was thinking that the other day. I was using the Polly's and I was thinking, you know, hot dang, these have lasted like a while. And a big part of it is because I don't need to sharpen them as often, which makes it really kind of nice. Especially when they're, you know, more expensive pencils. The longer you can get them to last, the better. Okay, so we're just adding in our black. We're putting it up here because this is where it's going to overlap. These will probably be the darkest of the berries. Okay. And we're going to go back with our Indanthrone blue. Okay. Here we go. We also need to color this little... I'm going to make this darker here. Here we go. We're just going kind of light over the white gouache here. I'm liking this. I'm really glad I decided not to bite off more than I could chew and opted for just a part of it with the gouache. We'll do more with the gouache later when I am feeling much more confident in it. But like I said, after this afternoon, I was just like, this is not something I'm doing tonight. We need to take it down a notch, just a little bit. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. Yeah, I loved them a lot. Okay. Oh, wait, I didn't fill in that part there. There we go. Okay, so I got to start thinking about what color I want the ribbon to be. I don't want it to be so dark that it overwhelms everything else. So, I don't know. I'm thinking I want to tackle some of the ribbon, though. Well, I guess we need to do these leaves before we start adding the ribbon color, because I think that we need to do the stuff that's under it first before we add the ribbon color on top. Okay. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna use the blender and see how much darker it gets, and then if we need to, we'll layer more on top. Do you know there's a pink lemonade blueberry? There's also white strawberries and yellow, either raspberries or blackberries. I knew that about the strawberries. I think I knew that about the yellow. I didn't know that about the blueberry. I know about the cotton candy grapes. What do you mean the revisions made her a lot less capable? Like the rider or the boys? A yellow ribbon, perhaps, but I want to go darker. My brother had all the books. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Hi, Pamela. A Babysitter's Club. Yeah, I think my sisters read more Babysitter's Club than I did. Oh yeah, we're going to need to go quite a bit darker on these. But that's a really nice blueberry color. But we're going to need to go in with our black just a bit more because that kind of disappeared a little bit, didn't it? It's amazing to me what this blender pencil does, though. It just really darkens everything up. Not even darkens, just it brings out the vibrancy of it all. But yes, it's almost too dark, I think. Like it's too much blue. But I think once we get the rest of the black on, I think it'll balance out. Like I said, we're going for real kind of vibrant colors, and we definitely got that. Right? Right, Lisa? Yeah, that was just like, bam! Look at it! It's blue! We might use a little white on top of that. I don't know about that. But see, my instinct is to lighten it up. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, nice, Kim. Maybe just take some of that brightness of the blue out, and then we'll layer the black on top. Yeah, so it's not like I'm making it lighter. I'm just making it a little less vibrant. Which blue was that did that? That has to be the Copenhagen blue. Okay, so we're just pulling some of that vibrancy out just a little bit. Okay, that one even startled me. I mean, nothing startled me. There was nothing there. Nothing happened. No one saw anything. Hi, Joanna. Oh, nice, Kim. That's a really nice set. Okay, there's a little bit of that there. We're just going to go around the outside there. Okay, now let's get our black. I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa. What? What? Who said? No, what? There was no snappage. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, we're using the black. No snappage here. Nope, nothing. Oh no, I feel sneeze coming on. Go away, sneeze. No sneezes. Just like there was no snapping. Nope, didn't see a thing. Yeah, see, exactly. What snap? I didn't hear a snap. Nothing. Nothing, whatever. Whenever I say nothing, whatever, I think of the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Nothing, whatever. I have random movie quotes that pop into my head all the time. All right, let's use our blender now. That was, thanks, Katie. That was a really bold snap. Okay, I'm just blending the edge of the black a little bit. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's do a little bit of black on here. Just a little bit. Okay, I think I like those blueberries. I think we're looking blue-tastic. Yes, I agree. Okay, a little sip of tea. Now we're gonna do these leaves and then we're gonna do the ribbon. I wanna get the most interesting parts of this stuff done. So for the leaves, I wanna do a different green leaf than this one. Unfortunately, our darkest green is the dark green, but we could change up the tone a little bit. So let's zoom out just a little bit. So we could do peacock green. That could work. Or let's see. If we did peacock green, I want to make sure we keep it really dark. What if we did olive green, Kelly green, and sap green light? Let's do that. Let's see, olive green, Kelly green, and sap green light. Thank you. They do. I think they do, Ev. They're very, the Prismas have very strong feelings when their leads get snapped. It's like they look at me and go, oh, the nerve of you. All right, let's start with olive green. Okay. All right, and we're still gonna add in, gosh, I feel like this is still gonna look kind of similar to, okay, well, it's not the end of the world. We did choose a different color base. All right, so olive green. So we're still gonna be using black on these leaves too. Okay, and we have this little leaf under here. So that's gonna be kind of light here. And because it's a transparent ribbon, I don't know, it's going to be a fine line. Like, I think that's where I'm giving myself the challenge tonight, because it's that's probably a blueberry, but we're going to make that a leaf. Because it's transparent and we still want to make it like in the kind of much darker kind of color palette, that's going to be another challenge in and of itself. So yeah, this is definitely a lesson in stepping outside of comfort zones. It is Prismadrama. Thanks, Pamela. Oh, they sent you pencils on Easter. Gotcha. Yeah, sheer outrage in a pencil. The audacity. That's what I imagine that my Prisma sound like. How dare she snap the lead? Because apparently she's a very posh lady when it comes to her pencil tips. How dare she snap the pencil lid? I'm going straight to the mayor of Penciltown. Oh, no. No, I usually just say, well, guess that happened, and then I sharpen it. Of course, if there's Penciltown, there's Funky Town, the mayor of... What's that song? Take me to Funky Town, but instead it's take me to Penciltown. Penciltown. I'd go to Penciltown. Bet you they have a lot of good pencils there. What would the mayor's name be? Yeah. She's bougie. Yeah. All right, then we're gonna use Kelly Green. Just a little bit. Oh, that's so nice, Christina. Exactly, Joanna. Okay. Oh, I guess we should do this other leaf that's here so we get all the same colors. There we go. Yeah, I'm really glad I decided, because you can just see the texture is just so different going over the paint. And this is something I'm really going to have to train with to get used to. Lisa, but there you go. There you go, Angela. All right, so we're using Kelly Green. It's funny you say that, Angela, because there's a book, because it's Sir Pencilton. The kids have a book called Poppleton, and that voice that I just used was a voice that we used in their book, because Poppleton is, I think he was a pig, and he just got into all kind of shenanigans, and he had this goat neighbor who was always like calling him out and be like, what are you doing? And so the voice was, that was the voice we used for the goat, and we're like, Poppleton. Kids hated it, but it was hilarious. Okay, now we're gonna use Sap Green Light. It's not until I start streaming that I realize how often I reuse my character voices. It may seem silly, but when you're reading a kid a story and you really go all out and do like different voices for every character, like it makes them so happy that you're so into this book, and it's fun. Okay, so we're actually going to use, let's go and use the black raspberry again. And then we will use some black and some greens, and then we'll be ready to tackle the ribbon. So we're going to do black raspberry. You know that it's a new challenge too, and most of the conversation for the stream actually hovers around what I'm actually working on versus our tangents of food and stuff, because I actually have more to say about it, because I'm a lot more like, well, guess we're doing this. Let's see if it works. Okay, a little bit of reds there. A little bit here. Definitely need to add some more green on that leaf. But we will cross that bridge when we get to the ribbon. Here we go. Okay. Right? Absolutely, Angela. Yeah, the voices. The voices make it so much fun. All right, so we're going to use olive green again. There's this book that my daughter got at the book fair at school, and it's called Bad Seed. Well, you know, he's this seed, and he's super grumpy, and he makes some not so good choices, and it's just about how, you know, he fixes it and he makes better choices. And anyway, it's, you know, lesson learned kind of book. But as the story goes on, Mr. Bad Seed here, he grows and changes. So I was reading the book and I made him be all like grumpy, like Oscar the Grouch voice. And then as he got better in the book, I made it like a more normal voice. And little Emily was like, wait, that's not how his voice sounds. I'm like, yes, it is, because now he's not bad anymore. She's like, oh. They're very into the voices. Okay, now we're going to use the Kelly Green. Hey, Steve. Steve is the king of voices. He does really good voices. Okay, we still need to add black on these leaves, don't we? All right, so let's get our black. I swear I have never picked up this black pencil so much. I mean, there's a reason that it's super long because I don't use it that often. So this is like truly out of my comfort zone. Are we zoomed in? There we go. We can get in a little closer. All right, so now we're gonna do the black. He is Super Steve. Okay, so we're gonna do some of that black there. Oh, yeah, he's a... Why are we zoomed out? Yeah, we were zoomed out a little bit. Like, all the way out is that. There. Oh, you can see... I was like, what is that? I realized that's my watch stand. But all the way in... There we go. Much closer. We get a little bit of glare from the light, but it's okay. Oh, thanks, Deborah! It may seem weird to take this long on it, but it really pans out by the time you got it all down. Sometimes you get those... nice little textures and looks. You gotta slow down and take your time and just enjoy the process. Okay, let's see. Let's put a little bit there. Oh, I know. Every time, Angela. Every time. I'm just like, this feels so wrong. Like, you know how when you put two magnets, what is it? Like the positive and the positive together and they like repel one another? I feel like that's what's happening with the black. Like I shouldn't be grabbing it, but I am. All right, olive green. My instinct is just like, no, don't do it. Like I would have gone through this entire leaf without using it. But it's not a color challenge if it literally doesn't challenge you. And this one is. All right, Kelly Green. A little bit more of that. And then we're about to use our blender. And then we're going to work on the ribbon. All right, let's sharpen that just a tad. There we go. All right, then we're going to use the blender. Kind of darken this up just a bit. Okay. And then we're going to do the scary part. We're going to do the ribbon. I'm scared. I'm scared, chat. My personal journey to ribbon is saying it a few times so fast. It's so textured. Eats pencils alive. Oh, no. That is true. First he said, oh, nice, Ronnie. Exciting. You have to let me know how you like it. Yeah, I actually ordered some for myself. I got some kind of fruitier summer teas that I want to try. But this one tonight is the throat therapy one. I really like it. That's why it looks like there's stuff at the bottom because it's loose leaf tea. So it is what it is. Okay, let's see. So here is the next plan. We're going to work on the ribbon. And then we're going to finish up the background portion because it's not going to be this light. I think we want to use... I think we're not going to use the blender. I think I'll probably use the white and then go dark over it again. Right, Kenny? It's totally like... Oh, thanks, Dee. Yeah, this is definitely like, it's kind of refreshing because it's definitely challenging me quite a bit. Okay, so I need to think. I'm leaning towards like kind of a dark, kind of reddish ribbon. I think that would look really nice because we're not going to have a ton of like super bright red items. Like we have these apples, but we could even do, here, let me zoom out. We have the apples down here, but I could even do like yellow apples here. Oh, this is gonna look cool when it's done. Okay, I think it's gonna look cool. We'll see. So let's do black raspberry. We're definitely gonna do it red. So let's see, how do we wanna do this? Because it needs to be a see-through kind of ribbon. So we're gonna start here. It's going to be a light red color. If I go too red, then we're not going to be able to see the colors behind it. And anything that's going to be kind of see-through is going to be lighter in nature. So we'll keep it not a bright, vibrant kind of ribbon and rely on the darkness of the floral and kind of fruit motifs to really have the darkness stand out. So we're going to start by putting a little bit of color on the outside. So for those of you that missed the conversation at the beginning, what we've put on top of this, let's see, what did Leslie say? Oh, good night, Leslie. Thanks so much for being here. So Loretta, that's actually who we're channeling tonight. I actually have her Instagram and her YouTube in the description below. Christina says, how do you know when you're getting good teas when ordering? Just wondering for myself. I like all the teas from Adagio. They're really high quality teas. Yeah. Yeah. Black Canary is, her name's Irena. She is definitely the vibe that we're channeling tonight. So I'm hoping I can do her justice. I was messaging her on Instagram and she thinks, oh, you'll do fine. I was like, we'll see. I don't know. Okay, so now I turned it because just of the direction. I don't want my hand to go all wacky. So we're just gonna do this here. The trick was to make sure that I put the gouache everywhere. But yeah, so I sketched in the ribbon and then went over with obviously the lines with a black multi-liner. And then I painted in with this Liquitex acrylic gouache. Because it's matte, it makes it much easier to color over the top. You don't want to use gloss. All right, so we're using black raspberry here. Let's go ahead and turn it. That's the plan. That's the hope, Deborah. Okay. So we're channeling Irena, but you know, putting a little bit of twist of our own on there. And honestly, when you take inspiration from someone, that's the best way to do it. You know, if you're like learning how to practice, you know, you can copy straight off and everything. But when you start branching out into your own, especially because she hasn't done this page yet before, so we're doing it, and we're taking inspiration from her, but we're putting our own twist. I absolutely could. Well, Ronnie, I'll have to let you know, I got a mango one, a peach one, and a cherry one. Those are the fruity ones I got that I'm excited about. Okay, so now we're going to do, let's see, rosy beige. Is that what I want? No. I want clay rose, actually. Rosy beige is a little too light. So we're going to grab clay rose, which is number 1017. It's itty bitty little tiny. And we're going to give it a quick sharpen because I want it nice and sharp. And then we're gonna work out a way for us to, we'll see if we can soften it a little. Okay, so we've got the number 1017, the clay rose. Sorry to look at the name real quick. Okay, I do have a pencil extender, but I don't feel like getting it out right now. So there's that. All right, so we're going to layer this here. Now, one of the things we need to do, because you can see the ribbon is twisted and folded, and so we are going to also be adding a little bit of black on the ribbon as well. I think, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. See, my instinct is no black, but I gotta just, you know. Oh, the peach Bellini, very nice. Okay, so we're gonna use the black. Just where everything's kind of twisted. And then that means that we're going to need to go in with the black raspberry one more time. I'm going to turn it again. Sorry. I know you're probably getting dizzy. Just give me a second. We'll flip it back around. I just want to do a little bit of black here. Okay. Then we're going to grab our black raspberry again. Just very lightly. You know, I'm going to see what happens when we use the blender on top. I really hope I don't destroy it. It's like I said, it's a whole different kind of texture, so we'll see. Okay, so we're using the black raspberry here. These little darker spots, I think I must have missed some paint there. Okay. We're going to go a little bit heavier, just right here on the outside. Like I said, I want it to express that it is a see-through ribbon, but also that it's red. The teas through Discord. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Christina. I'll put some links I might even be able to do a refer a friend code where it'll get you a discount too. I didn't even think about that last time. We'll talk about it in Discord after stream. I'll pull it up. Okay, now we're gonna test out the blender pencil on top of this texture in just a corner because I really don't know how this is going to react. So we're gonna do it down here. Okay, not too bad. If I go nice and light, because obviously I can't burnish the paint, but I want to make sure that these greens and stuff come through still. Because we can actually even add on some more green and blue. Oh, thank you, Kenny. Like I said, tonight is a night for going out of the comfort zone. And that's definitely happening. Yeah, these little red dots I think are where I missed the paint a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of black. Oh, that's what I'm thinking, like a little bit of that kind of lacy kindness, like not tulle. I'm trying to think of what it is. Beth is called Tivana. Oh, I've heard of Tivana, yeah. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of black here, just to reinforce the shadows of the items that are underneath. And like I said, if you're following along, you can draw whatever ribbon shape suits your fancy. You don't even have to do a ribbon around all of it. Just do a ribbon around just like a little bit. Or just like a single bow or something, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're just adding in some black to help define some of these leaves here that are under here. Let's grab the olive. So the nice thing about the Adagio tea, Loretta, is that you can get these samples and it's about 10 cups worth of tea. It lasts me forever because I don't drink, like I drink tea maybe like once a day, twice, maybe if my throat's really hurting. But you can get these tea samples that's worth 10 cups of tea, and each sample is only like anywhere from $2 to $4. I mean, you have to pay shipping on it, so that's something to consider. But it gives you a chance to try a bunch of different flavors without having to invest a ton. Okay. Okay. I think I am okay with that. Oh, Harney and Sons. Yes, I heard of them. Okay, how are we feeling about that? I'm kind of digging it. Like, this turned out kind of nice. All right. We did a little bit of the background. That's what we're going to work on a little bit more now. How are we doing for time? We're good. We still got like 30 minutes. All right, so let's work on this background a little bit. Thanks, Loretta. Adagio, A-D-A-G-I-O. After stream, I'll go into Discord and I'll put that, yeah, I think I can share a coupon code with you. So you should be able to get a discount on the tea. So I'll share that in Discord. All right, so we're gonna use the white because I don't really want to up the vibrancy on this. I kind of want to keep it a fairly kind of dull, almost neutral kind of blue. So we're gonna use the white and then we'll add more black to the background if we need to. Ashley! Oh, thank you, Celine. Ashley, how are you? I've been seeing all your pictures for your play and it looks amazing. No worries, Ronnie. How are you, Ashley? Okay, so we're just gonna use, we're using the white to basic. Don't look at me, Steve.
You stopped talking.
Yes.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I did nothing. I did nothing. You did nothing. Nobody did nothing. I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa. Nothing? I don't hear a snap. The absurdity, the way she treats us. I'm going to the mayor. Nice, Ashley. Nope, nothing, nothing, and nobody, and my white's gonna have a chat with the other pencil, and they're gonna riot. Oh, nice, Anita. Right, exactly. I absolutely did. The advantage of staring intently. Thank you, Ellen. That was a bit of a super snap. Just a bit. Exclamation point high.
Wow, that was a
Thank
super
you,
underscore Emily snap.
Oh, goodness. That was something. I mean, it wasn't something because I didn't snap anything. Nothing happened. Steve's almost called him Teve. Teve. Steve's me over there. I don't think he believes me. Okay then. Thank you, Evelyn. It's good stuff. It's a good hearty belly laugh right there. All right, so we're gonna use the white on the rest of the background, and then we're gonna go in with a little more black, I think. We're gonna darken it up just a little bit. That is the theme of tonight. Oh, Deborah, thank you. Get some hypes in chat for Deborah. Handy dandy hype emotes. Thank you, Deborah. Thanks, Ashley. We are channeling Irena tonight, Black Canary. And the challenge tonight was to steer away from my usual rainbow pastel palette, because that's just what my brain does. And we are challenging ourselves to do something a little bit darker tonight. So I am reaching for my black a heck of a lot more than I usually do. All right, so blending in here. I'm thinking we might even go crazy and bust out some grays. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
Black, gray. Who even am I? Like invasion of the body snatchers here with all my neutral colors. It's like the Twilight Zone over here. I know. Up is down, like red is blue, and apparently black is white. It's chaos. It's completely chaos. Okay. So we've done our white. Now we're going to grab our black. I am growing as a colors imposter. Exactly. Who even am I? All right. So let's do for the grays. Let's see. Do I already have periwinkle out? No. Let's do. We already have slate gray. We're going to grab Cool Gray 90, which I have here. And we're going to grab Cool Gray 50. Yeah, 90 and 50. Right? Yeah, this is way different. We're going to end up doing this whole page like this. So this is, like I said, who are you? Where is the real Emily? Well, I swapped her. She had an attitude problem. So, I just said, hit the bricks, chick. We're switching things up. Okay. So we're going to do the 90% cool gray. Because I don't want the background to be super bright blue. I definitely want it to be something that literally fades into the background. Yeah, hit the bricks, you colorful pastel lady. We're breaking out of the norm here, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay. Hey, keyboard gremlins, they're a thing. They're rough sometimes. I'll be in here typing away, typing up some sort of spreadsheet, and Steve will hit me here in the backspace, like just wailing on it because I get frustrated. I'm like, ah! And then that's when I'm usually like, it's probably time to take a break. Yes, Adagio, Adagio. Yeah, adagio.com. And the cool thing is you actually can get points as you purchase. And you get I had enough points. I think I've got enough points right now where I can get $12 off my order. So that's pretty cool. So that will go on whenever I get tea again. I just don't buy tea all that often. For instance, the throat therapy one that I get, I didn't get the sample size or the next size up. I got the next size up from that, where it's actually, turns out it's a pretty big bag. And it's lasted me like a year, I swear. I'm not too worried about it being that long because it's such a, everything in the tea mix is dry. But like the fruitier teas, I wouldn't let it last that long just because think of it as kind of like, well, it's dried fruit basically that you're putting nothing that you're putting in your tea, and I worry about the moisture in there and it's sitting in there too long. But yeah, I'm excited to try the new teas. Ooh, when my teas come in, whenever they do you want me to show them on stream and you can see what they all look like? I know you can't really, we don't have smell-o-vision. That isn't a thing that's been invented yet, but I can show you guys the teas at least. I'm just talking about there's nothing there. What? Who sent that? You know, I've never really done chais. Sell your pencils. Celine, why would you sell your pencils? Ooh, nice, Shannon. You're a parrot. Adagio. Yeah, they're really good teas. I enjoy them a lot. Like I said, I tried David's tea first, but David's tea is much more expensive. Adagio is much more budget friendly. Okay, let's see. We're gonna use a little bit of white here because that got a little clumpy. Just kind of smoothing that out. Keep in mind that after you put your white on it, like, I think there is a limited number of layers you can do. Like right now, this is all pretty smooshy and sliding around and everything. So I think there is a limit as to how much you can layer on once you completely burnish everything, but here we go. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Yeah, no selling of pencils. Okay. Just using these grays. Like I said, I didn't want the blues in the background to be super bright. I still want it to look kind of like a blue tone, but I didn't want it to be super bright. Just kind of fade into the background. All right, so now we're gonna use the white again. And we're just gonna last kind of blend all of that. And then I think we'll tackle one of those flowers. My instinct is to do them pink because they're like cherry blossom flowers, but pink is very light and kind of rainbowy. Sweet mud tea? Wait, what's the sweet mud tea? Is it just like the sweet tea that they do down here in the South? Okay. Okay. A little bit there. Let's use a little bit of this gray here. There we go. And blend. Oh, thick and sweet. Wait, why is it thick? Do you put like milk and something and stuff in it? See, that's the thing too, is I'm big on which teas I choose because I never add anything to it. Okay. This is so different, but I love it. Okay, that's fair. Fuchsia is a dark pink, but I feel like it would almost be too bright. So let's do, so you can see a little bit of my pencil sketches on the flowers too. For those flowers, we have the red here. We've got purple, we've got blue. No, you know what? My instinct is to steer away from red because I've already got red here, but I'm going away from the rainbow. We've already eliminated the pastel. We're gonna eliminate the rainbow thing and my need to make sure, because then I'm thinking, oh, I'll do yellow here. I'm going away from the rainbow. We're doing it. We're doing red, but we're gonna do a darker red. So let's do Tuscan red, okay? Tuscan red, henna, Tuscan red, henna, and Rosy beige.
Beigey rose.
No, it's rosy beige, Steve. All right, rosy beige. All right, gonna give these a quick sharpen.
Right, two.
Could, but I think we'll save that for these because we've got pears over here that we're gonna do. I also have these little buds over here. I don't know what I'll do for those. Ooh, clove tea. That sounds good. Let's see. What did it say? Says, I drink hot and cold tea. Favorite is, Star Anise black tea. Oh, that's good. That appealed to me. That's fair. That's fair. I think for me, when I drink fruit teas, they smell so much stronger than they actually taste. So it kind of throws me. And I think it's the same thing with Steve, too. All right. Tuscan red is what we're going to do. Okay. And we're going to do this top one here. Gray poppies. Wait. Are gray poppies a thing? Hang on. It's nothing that says we couldn't do gray poppies, but I've never seen them before. Gray poppies. What? Oh, they're pretty. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Wait, just wait. Wait. Oh, they're so pretty. They're like kind of purpley almost. Oh. We may need to. Okay, if you have a chance, look up gray poppies. They're so pretty. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let's look at our thing here. Guys. It would give me a chance to use my metallic maroon. Now, I don't normally use my metallics because not everybody has these if they're coloring along, but that's like the perfect shade right there. We could do black grape, metallic maroon, and grade lavender. Ooh, right, Chris? I have never heard of those. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay, so black grape. Sorry, we're changing it up. It's not gonna be red. I wanna do the gray poppies. They're so pretty. All right, black grape is number 996. We're gonna grab the metallic rose. I apologize if you're following along and you're just like, but I don't have metallic rose. And I go, I'm sorry, I just want to use it. Wait, that's metallic maroon. Hang on, I think I have them in my box over here. It's one of the few metallic pencils that I actually sharpened. All right, hang on. Where be they? Oh, there it is. Okay. Metallic. Let's see, that's metallic purple. Well, maybe we won't use it. Where is it? I have some that, there it is. I found it. Metallic rose. Here we go. It's one of them special pencils I don't use very often. Don't yell at Renee. Yeah, exactly. We all have our own style. Oh, thanks, Celine. Ooh, those are pretty. Yeah, I've never heard of gray poppies. Gosh, thank you, Loretta. These are gorgeous. Okay, so let's see. Where did my... Okay, I'm losing my mind. Where did my... Oh, there it is. Okay, black grape, metallic rose, grade lavender, and let's grab periwinkle for a little bit of a different kind of style. Let's see, periwinkle. I know I have it out. An egg! Aww. Oh, but had a hole in it. Sad. Okay. Rye, Ronnie? I had never heard of gray poppies before. It looks like they even have a little bit of red in them too, but that's, I think, where the metallic rose will come in. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, I should probably pull OBS back up. There we go. Now I can see everyone. Thanks, Loretta. Okay, let's see. I might actually grab... Hang on. I have my little tools box here, but there we go. All my things in there. Gonna grab the pencil extender. Okay, so gray poppies it is. So let me look. They have more color on the on the edge, more color on the outside edge, and lighter on the inside. Okay, so these obviously aren't poppies, but we're gonna make it work. So let's see. Like I said, we're starting with the black grape. Okay, and what I wanna do is we're not just gonna color one solid color. We're gonna do kind of like, I'm tempted to ignore the folded over part, but nah, we'll keep it because then the black line will show through too much. All right, so black grape is gonna be here, okay? And we're gonna do the same on all the petals. And the nice thing is we will have touched on almost everything today, so if you're following along, that will take care of this motif. My question is, do you all want to continue with this? Or, because keeping in mind, we're not streaming again until Wednesday. Do you want to keep going with this and we could do a second one? Like we could just do 2 and then call it a day. Do you want to keep going with this or do you want to start something new on Wednesday? I have to say this one is pretty exciting. I'm enjoying this. But I am wary of dragging it out that long. But I will let you all decide. Okay, so we're using the black grape and we're just kind of doing streaks downward. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. Okay. There we go. Oh, one of the birds fly into the house? Yes? We could. We could do just like one more and then start something new on Friday. Need to do a coloring challenge? Okay, Christine, what do most of, you could do like I'm in, like what your usual color palette is, do the opposite. That's what I'm doing. I usually do rainbow pastel palettes. So we're doing not rainbow and we're doing dark colors. Okay, so continue more. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do the metallic rose. Oh my gosh, this one feels so different than all the others. So for a little history for all of you, the metallic rose is a discontinued Prismacolor color. I'm trying to think of when they discontinued these metallic ones, but it was a while back. So you can't actually, I got lucky and found some of these. But just the difference you feel. If you want to know more about the history about Prismacolor and the company and different colors that they have discontinued and everything else, I have a Let's Talk episode all about Prismacolors and I go into the history of it and I show more of these metallic ones. Yeah, do one without purple. In fact, if you really want to challenge, do a monochromatic challenge. Choose a color that you never use and do that. Or one of the challenges I gave myself one time is I chose the colors because I was very much only Prismas at the time. And so I was like, okay, what are the longest Prismacolors that I have, or not long, well, I guess, yeah, longest. So longest pencils, ones that I rarely use. And the answer was the neon ones. So I did an entire page only with neons. Hang on one second, chat. But yeah, so I just did a all neon page, which is really fun because actually, as it turns out, I'm using the grade lavender with the neons. They glow in the dark. Well, not glow in the dark. You have to use a black light on them, but they glow that way. Ooh, vintage line of neons. That could be cool. Yeah, just whatever is out of your comfort zone. That's what your challenge should be. Okay, so using grade lavender. And then we're going to go in with our black because we're still using the black. Oh, I'm so glad you suggested this, Loretta. I really like this. Okay, so now we're going to do the black. Yeah, my kids had a little detective kit or whatever, and I think I had it all on my desk, and they were playing around, and it happened to shine on it, and I was just like, oh, Holy cow. Okay, so I turned off the light and shined it over the whole page. I have a video somewhere of it. And yeah, the whole thing I almost said glued. Glowed, glows. Okay. So we're gonna keep using the black. Gotta make sure we get that in here. And then we're gonna go over with the black grape again. Here we go. And let's see, for this folded over part, let's actually go ahead and take some more black here. Not a ton, but some. Here we go. Okay, and then let's use the black grape. Here. Okay, and then grade lavender here. Okay, then we're going to use the black grape again. So I want to redefine some of these lines. Drag those down. I want to make sure, because if you look at the gray poppies, they have a lot of these kind of defined lines. Okay. There we go. Okay, and let's use the grade lavender. Oh, good. I'm glad that fixed it, Evelyn. I was trying to fiddle with it because I'll be honest, my sound suddenly got way better. Like it didn't sound like I was in a tele anymore. I have no idea what I did. So I was almost afraid to mess with it to try and fix the volume because I had a couple people comment that the volume was too low. And so I wrote down all the settings that it was at and I was able to fix it, but I was so terrified I was going to ruin it. Right, Ashley? I found these a few years, I'm using the black grape again. I found these a few years ago because I was in a coloring group. I'm not in it anymore, but at the time somebody said it was this little hole in the wall shop in the middle of Colorado, this like town in the middle of nowhere. And this woman happened to live there and she was like, oh, hey, I went to this local art shop and I found such and such a pencils. And I was like, oh my God, how many do they have? And she's like, oh yeah, they had a bunch of them. I'm like, what do you mean they had a bunch of them? So I called them and I was like, hey, would you guys be willing to, like, if I pay the shipping, would you be able, willing to ship these out to me? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I may or may not have cleaned out the stock that they had. I was just so excited. So I have a bunch of steel, a bunch of deco orange, and then I have my metallics. And the only metallics that I sharpened were the ones that I had duplicates of. So like this one, the metallic rose, I have duplicates of this one. But I was so excited. Okay, so I don't think I'm actually going to use the blender on here. I don't want to up the vibrancy on this anymore. So what we're going to do now for the middle, I'll take a good picture of this too when I'm done. For the middle, let's see. Looks like it has a pretty yellow middle. So let's go with, actually, I'm thinking bronze. I'm thinking just like so much darker, just in terms in general. I'm thinking bronze, and then we'll get yellow ochre. So yellow ochre and bronze, which again is a pencil that I never use. Oh, nice, Christine. Yeah, the deco colors are good too. I would love to have a whole stash of deco blue. I love deco blue. I think it is such a pretty color. Okay, so we're gonna use the bronze now. Okay, and we're actually just gonna color a little bit here. And then we'll fill in the rest with the yellow ochre. Here we go. I think we'll leave that there, and then we're gonna grab the super glitter gel pens. Ooh, no, you know what? No, we're going more subdued. We're gonna grab the Sleechy metallic gel pens. And we're gonna use the gold. Thanks, Angela. Right, Ashley? Okay, so we're gonna use the gold. Let's see, I think I need to, here, we'll grab the other gold. I just dropped some new ones in here that I had found in a drawer. And I hadn't used any of them yet. Okay, yeah, that's much more subtle. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna use the gold. I feel like that bronze wasn't quite dark enough. I think we're actually gonna grab a little bit of black too. Normally I'd probably grab a brown, but we're going crazy. Okay, thanks Renee. Okay, so we're gonna use a little bit of black. Like that, okay. Then we'll use a little bit more bronze. Okay, there we go, much better. Let's see, am I okay with that? I feel like, let's use a little bit more metallic rose. Oh, it was sky blue, yeah. Yeah, no selling pencils. All right, so we're gonna use the metallic rose. I just wanna create a little bit more of a shadow here. Okay, trying to make sure I don't smear the gel pen. Okay. We may revisit that later. But basically all the flowers are going to look like that one. Let's see. I just feel like it doesn't have high enough contrast. Let's do a little bit of black. Just a little bit. On the side that needs to be shadowed. Here we go. Okay, yeah, I feel a little bit better about that. Okay, let's see. So, thank you, Deborah. For sure, Christina. I'm sorry it's not working. It's just being so funky. I don't know why. Okay, we need to do the leaves, where that's pretty much the only part we haven't really covered yet. So, let's see. For the greens... Let's see, I think we'll get a dark green again, but we're gonna do grass green and pale sage. It's really bright, but I don't know. It's really, really bright. Let's do, we do celadon green. What if we do dark green, Kelly green? Dark green. Yeah, dark green, Kelly green, and celadon. Let's do that. Okay, so dark green, Kelly green, and celadon. Ooh, I love deco pink, right? Oh, thanks, Ronnie. Right, Celine? Oh, gosh, what would terrify me? I don't even know. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. All right, so we're going to do dark green. Okay. Dark green, and then we'll do Kelly green. Oh, thanks. Oh, you guys are too sweet. Thank you. All right, Kelly green. How are we doing on time? Oh, good. Okay, it's almost, I say good only because I wanted to make sure I got in everything. Not good that it's almost the end, but I wanted to make sure that I covered pretty much everything. So then what'll happen is I'll finish off the rest of it on my own. And then we can maybe do one more day of this. All right, let's do some black. That celadon isn't too different. So we might actually skip a little bit of the Kelly green and go dark green to celadon green. Because when you lose your contrast, that's when things start to get a little bit muddy. Okay, so now dark green. Oh, right, yes. Thank you, Shannon. Go for a ride. Whee! All right, so that was dark green. Or no, I hadn't done dark green yet. There we go. Oh no, Ev, that's a true nightmare. Gosh. Isn't it crazy how it messes with us sometimes? I had like illness, like all kinds of like bodily changes. When I was pregnant, I had the most vivid dreams. It was the weirdest stuff. There you go, Christina. All right, there we go. Okay, let's use a little bit of the black raspberry. Just a little bit. There as well. Okay, let's use the blender now. Oh, nice, Deborah. All right, use the blender. Burnish that paper. There we go. Okay, and then let's use a little bit of Kelly green here on that little fella there, and then we're gonna use a little bit of black. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and zoom on out. Well, we don't need to zoom out that far, but I mean, you guys get the idea of how it's gonna look. Get a little bit of light glare here, but I'll take a good picture of it when we get this part all done. But yeah, that's what we got done tonight. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm really glad, really glad I didn't do the gouache on the whole thing. Okay, so to recap, we used the Prismacolor pencils tonight, and we used the Liquitex white acrylic gouache on the ribbon. Yeah, it's everywhere. I have pencils literally everywhere. This is clean compared. I clear this off before stream. Like, it's usually just a mess. Thank you. Yeah, I'll do the other berry, and then we got the blueberries there. And then I think we'll work on this side. Next, we'll have a pineapple and some pears, or maybe we'll do the apples. What would you guys like to see more? Pears and pineapple, or apples and cherry tomatoes? Aw, thanks everyone. Oh, you're so sweet. Because we're gonna do one more of these. We'll do one more of these. So pears and pineapple, or apples and tomatoes. Right? It really was. It really was. And I think that once we finish it completely, like, you'll be able to just see how much darker it all is. Apples and pineapples? Well, that's both, Celine. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do the apples. We'll do the apples and tomatoes, because actually it's perfect because the ribbon doesn't cover the tomatoes or the apples. So we'll have the entire thing to work with. So yeah, that'll be perfect. Alrighty, well, let's take a look here. Evelyn, thank you for your super chat. Deborah, thank you for your super chat. And then, let's see, where did it? Oh, we had a membership up, but for some reason it isn't listed on my list here. Who was that? Hang on. Scrolling up, see if I can still see it. Hang on. Oh, I missed it. Okay, it's all the way scrolled up. I missed it. Okay, well, thank you for re-upping your membership. And yeah, I'm gonna head out, go get a snack. We got a big day with the kiddos tomorrow, but thanks everyone for hanging out. This was definitely, yeah, out of my comfort zone. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. I will see you bright and early Wednesday morning, and we will do the apples and tomatoes, okay? Have a great rest of your evening, day. Have a good sleep, weekend. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.